The biggest lie told in crypto is that crypto has to have US markets in order to be successful. I mean, oh yeah, of course, US markets are very, very important. We want all that liquidity, obviously. But crypto is going to be just fine without US markets as the SEC continues to sabotage adoption, innovation, and really just everything to do with cryptocurrencies domestically in the United States. Other countries are adopting, other countries are innovating, other countries are passing regulations and welcoming the industry onshore. And the growth of users coming points to a picture where the crypto revolution is not only not led by America, but where America actually is a minority partner in all of this. And I don't wish any ill to American crypto users. I want you guys to have the most opportunities possible. I want you to have access to token sales and derivatives markets and decentralized exchanges and NFTs and all this kind of stuff. The SEC doesn't. I think you should have access to everything. Let financial markets be free, not gated by Wall Street. Now, before we get into that, just a quick reminder, if you do like this kind of content, smash that thumbs up button and, of course, subscribe to the channel if you are not already. Now, I want to start off with the Ripple CEO. He said, the USA is the only country crypto startups should avoid if you are a developer. The message is clear from US regulators. If you are a cryptocurrency developer, if you are a cryptocurrency company, if you're a cryptocurrency venture fund, if you're a cryptocurrency artist, you want to make NFTs or fundraise or any of that kind of stuff, if you are a cryptocurrency even retail trader, the long and short of it is America doesn't want you. Now, a lot of people look at that and say, well, that's very problematic for the cryptocurrency industry because we want America's money. American money will pump the bags of all crypto, and this is a good thing. And I agree, that is a very good thing, but it's not a necessary thing. And I feel like the real play coming here for US markets is actually Wall Street. To an extent, think about all this stuff that's been happening. How much of this is really just a part of Wall Street? We're talking JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, who, by the way, current SEC chair Gary Gensler used to work for BlackRock, Fidelity, Invesco, Franklin Templeton, BNY, Mellon, Morgan Stanley, all these mega banks. They're all now making these big moves into the cryptocurrency industry. Is that a coincidence? No. Are they pulling strings in the background? I would say to some extent they are. And it's actually surprising to me how bold some U.S. politicians have been considering who their real masters actually are, the big banks, who all want a piece of this crypto pie. But then it makes me think, it's all just theater. The politicians know the big banks, they all want to get on the crypto game. They know what's up. They are just trying to delay as long as possible so that their Wall Street buddies can get the ETFs out. Their Wall Street buddies can fill their bags up. I mean, would you be surprised? All these organizations, BlackRock, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, they are the master manipulators of markets. They've all been caught doing it hundreds of times. They've paid eye-watering fines, which are really just slaps on the wrist. 2% of total profits went to paying a fine. Oh no. Everybody gets to feel good. The SEC can claim, see, we're regulating markets. Bankers can say, see, we're following the rules now. Whatever BS. But you got to remember, even if we see U.S. users, and this may be the end reality, we see U.S. users basically having a nice little fenced area where they're allowed to play, where the elites get to do whatever the heck they want. And as is already the case in American markets, where you have these very discriminatory accredited investor laws. Only if you are a certain level of wealth are you allowed to invest in an IPO, for example. So you're not allowed to get in early. That's too risky for you if you're not rich. But if you're not rich, you're allowed to buy it on opening day, which is probably one of the most dangerous times to buy an IPO. Does that make any sense to you? You're also allowed to go down and go to the local casino, go sports betting. You're allowed to buy lottery. You could spend your entire life savings on lottery tickets. No one's going to come protect you from doing that. And you're almost certainly going to lose all your money if you do that. But investing in IPOs, investing in new tokens, whatever it might be, that actually has a chance to make you money. They don't like that. Wall Street doesn't like that because they don't control it. Wall Street wants to control these markets, and that's a bad thing for the average regular person in the USA, although they will bring in eventual liquidity. The spot Bitcoin ETFs could bring in $30 billion initially. Long term, it's probably going to be a lot more than that. But the crypto revolution is not primarily going to take place in the United States because actually it's US investors who don't need crypto. They want crypto. They like crypto. They like Bitcoin. They like what it stands for. They like using Ethereum to ape into all kinds of dumb stuff. They like buying monkey pictures. Cool. Where crypto adoption's really taking off, though, is not the USA. So this is from Chainalysis. This is the 2023 Global Adoption Crypto Index. Look who the leaders are. Number 1, India. Despite their onerous tax regulations, Indian markets are going insane. Look over here. Number 3, Vietnam. Number 2, Nigeria. Now, number 4 is the USA currently. Obviously, a very, very important market, as I said. Ukraine, number 5. Turkey, number 12. Russia, number 13. Japan, number 18. Indonesia, number 7, a country with nearly the same population as the United States, 270 million or something like that, give or take 10 or 20 million. Brazil, number 9. Argentina, number 15. You guys get the picture here. Mexico, 16. The UK, 14, and on and on and on. All of these other countries are innovating, and a lot of countries, especially in the quote-unquote global south or developing regions of the globe, people are getting into crypto, man. They understand the value proposition. They're interested in crypto. They want stable coins. They want to play crypto games, all these kind of things. And we're getting regulations that are allowing them to do that. Also, may I remind you of this. Now, these charts are actually from 2021, but I still think they're completely damn valid. This is according to Coinbase. Crypto is likely to hit 1 billion users within 5 years. So that was posted back in 2021. So they're aiming for 1 billion users by around 2025. Currently, we're around 400 million users, approximately, give or take. Next bull run, going to bring in a lot of people. We have all the rails set up. Now we have the X app, which is going to be bringing in 400 million people to crypto. We have PayPal, which is going to introduce 400 million people to crypto. We have Grab, which is like a ride-share service in Southeast Asia. They have 180 million users. They're going to introduce cryptocurrency wallets. They're already doing it. The implications are huge here. And all these big numbers are largely outside the USA. I mean, come on, there's about 300 million people in the USA. We're going to have 1 billion crypto users by 2025. And we are looking at potentially 3 billion crypto users, half of the world's population, or a little bit less than that, by 2030. So that's 10 times the U.S. population right there. And of course, not all the U.S. population is going to be using crypto because some people are babies, not just metaphorically, but actual babies. Babies can't use Bitcoin. Come on, guys. Babies and Bitcoin. Some people are technophobes, whether that be from old age or whatever it might be. People may not be into using these things. So we're looking at maybe half of the U.S. population, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, that potentially could use and be owners of cryptocurrencies in some kind of way. So that means the vast majority of cryptocurrency users globally are not going to be located in the USA. In fact, when we're up to 3 billion people, the total number of crypto users in the United States, it's going to be a single-digit percentage. 3, 4, 5% of total global crypto users will be in the USA. Now, a lot of capital money, a lot of equity money will be there for sure. U.S. capital markets are 52 to 54%, depending on the day, of global equity markets. So those Bitcoin ETFs, those Ethereum ETFs, all this stuff does have a huge, huge impact, right? We want that money in the market, and that money will come to the market because Wall Street wants that money in the market because Wall Street wants to be the gatekeeper for that money coming into the market. But all the rest of the stuff, unless we get a big change to the SEC, is going to be held back, and the rest of the world's going to get all this stuff. U.S. markets will not get this stuff. Now, before we get into the rest of the story, I just want to share this. if you are not yet signed up to the Wealth Mastery newsletter, you got to get it checked out. It is the best damn newsletter in the cryptocurrency industry. Every single week, 3 times to your inbox. The latest on crypto, the latest on altcoins, altcoin alpha, altcoin reports. We do DeFi tutorials, latest on NFTs, technical analysis, and much, much more. Join our over 75,000 weekly readers by using the link down below to start your account. 3, 2, 1. Join our over 75,000 weekly readers using the link down below to get signed up. Thank you. Okay, so I want to share this with you as well. Great Twitter thread here from a guy named Mitchell Hammer. The USA is still on the fence with crypto, but the rest of the world is not waiting. While the SEC is suing Coinbase and BINANCE, we have the EU, UK, Hong Kong, Brazil, Dubai, Germany, Japan, all these different places competing to be crypto hubs. He says in the past 6 months, global policymakers have embraced crypto. The European Union approved a massive crypto bill called MiCA. The UK passed a new crypto law. Hong Kong's approving cryptocurrency exchange licenses with the blessing of Beijing, may I add. Dubai created a crypto regulator. Brazil created a virtual service provider license, passed sweeping regulations for the cryptocurrency industry. Japan now wants to be a cryptocurrency hub as well. Collectively, these 6 jurisdictions alone are home to over 850 million consumers. They have a combined GDP of over $23 trillion. Kind of a big deal. These countries see crypto as a major potential economic driver. They want a share of the millions of jobs and the trillions of value that crypto can create. Crypto-friendly policies abroad are already working. Non-U.S. regions are gaining crypto dev market share at the expense of the U.S. The United States has lost 30% of its developer market share to Asia, Africa, and Latin America in the last 5 years. You can thank the SEC and a lack of regulatory clarity for that happening. It's almost specifically because of that. But as Mitchell proposes, can the U.S. market, can the crypto market be big without the U.S. market? His answer is yes. The USA is already a small percentage of crypto users globally. 90% of crypto's 420 million users right now already live outside of the USA. 80% of crypto volume originates outside of the USA. The world's biggest exchange is Binance. It has no US customers. Think about that for a second. It's pretty damn crazy. Pretty damn crazy when you think about it. The value being sent, the people using actual cryptocurrency applications, massive, massive, massive. He goes on, crypto already has product market fit for non-US consumers. Many of them do not have access to stable fiat. They lack access to basic and affordable financial services. A lot of the world is unbanked or underbanked, but now they are getting banking services, payment services, thanks to crypto. They're able to use stable coins to get access to US dollars or other Forex. They can use DeFi to trade, to borrow, to earn, to play games, all this kind of stuff. Crypto's here for these people in a way that legacy financial institutions simply have not been. He goes on, crypto would not be the first technology where global markets have leapfrogged the USA in adoption. This is very interesting, a very, very interesting point here. Both mobile payments and QR codes reached billions of users and trillions of dollars in transaction value without US consumers. Even today, US adoption lags. That's pretty damn crazy when you think about it, right? Other countries simply leapfrogged the USA in this regard. Still, even with virtually zero US customers, we saw, for example, Tencent built WeChat Pay into a $25 billion revenue business. Alipay, whose parent is Ant Group, is valued at $80 billion. This is crazy, crazy stuff here. Existing infrastructure meant that U.S. customers were slow to see the utility of new payment systems. Most Americans had credit cards already, so why would I want to pay using my phone or an app? Now, eventually, U.S. consumers, of course, did get onto this new technology. U.S. mobile payment volumes have increased by 500% over the past 6 years. And like mobile payments and QR codes, crypto can reach billions of users and create trillions in values without U.S. consumers. Once that happens, the U.S. will again capitulate. U.S. players will need to adapt to keep up with global competitors using the cheaper, more efficient cryptocurrency rails. Mitchell goes on, at the end of the day, the war on crypto hurts U.S. consumers and businesses. U.S. consumers can't use the products that the rest of the world can. Businesses can't use crypto to remain competitive globally. And it's hurting. It's hurting U.S. businesses. At the end of the day, the only people to benefit from this are Wall Street and the incumbents of financial services in the USA. The people who are most hurt by this are you, the regular users. And of course, U.S. businesses that are not big banks. Interesting too, America thinks they can crack down on crypto and wrangle it in. Man, China can't do it. You really think the USA is going to somehow manage to do this? China's got like a social credit system and like a massive, like mind-bending security state. And yet people are going into Hong Kong with suitcases full of cash, going to brick and mortar stores to buy Bitcoin and walking back across the border with it. They have not stopped it. In fact, the Chinese market, despite super heavy regulations, still one of the biggest markets in the damn world, which is insanity when you think about it. Yeah. So based on all this, the United States feels like it's getting left behind. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate for regular people because you're the ones who need this stuff the most. The banks will be fine, but the banks want to make sure that they are the ones that capture the value from this, not you. And it sucks. Damn the banks, man. Damn Wall Street. But of course, at the end of the day, as I've laid out in this video, and you'll let me know if you agree with me or not, the cryptocurrency markets are going to thrive just fine without U.S. markets. And I want U.S. markets. I want U.S. people involved, of course. But the bags will still pump. Human greed will still ape into monkey pictures at some point. It's only a question of when, and if the Americans come along for the ride or not.